The pub only had small, dirty windows, so even after his eyes adjusted it was still gloomy. The decor was smoke-stained dark wood, and the notices, all in Welsh, were yellowed. There were a few men sat at tables, one at the bar, and a tall, thin man behind the bar, in a grey shirt that was open to near the waist, as if he were proud of his narrow, hairless chest. Tom walked over to him. "Hi," he said warmly, hoping to get a friendly response. "Hi," the barman replied, without any trace of warmth. "What do you want?" Tom browsed the worn and scratched taps. "Carlsberg?" "I think it's off. We don't do that kind of drink." The barman grabbed a pint glass and held it under the tap that had a chipped Carlsberg logo above it. There was a bubbling squirt like liquid shit, and something brown and cloudy spat into the glass, gobbing out in spurts until there were a few inches of murk in the bottom. He held it up. "Do you want it?" he asked, expressionless. No, thank you. I'll just have a gin and tonic." "No tonic." "Well, a whiskey and coke, then." He was trying not to lose his patience. The barman took a tumbler and poured a shot of whiskey, then opened a bottle of black coke with white marks where the glass had been scraped. He banged them on the bar in front of Tom. The whiskey glass looked dirty, but Tom kept that observation to himself and poured the coke in. How much do I owe you?" he asked. "Settle up later." Tom sipped the drink without enthusiasm and tried to engage the barman in conversation about the island, but the monosyllabic answer soon stopped that. Then the only other man sat at the bar shuffled his stool closer to Tom. He had ginger hair and a frayed baseball cap with shell embroidered across the front. He smelt of stale sweat. "Hello, you come here for the day, eh?" "Yeah, well, I might stay overnight." "That's a good idea, yes. See the island's beauty. One of the jewels of the north, they say." "Go on your own, then?" "Yes." The man shuffled his stool even closer until he was practically leaning against Tom, intimidatingly strange and close. "Oh, you'll love us. We're friendly blokes here." Love us seemed a strange choice of words. "I haven't seen many women in the village. Only one girl, in fact. Who was she? Very pretty. Black hair, pale face." The ginger man leaned closer, and the smell of sweat was overpowering. Tom had to make a conscious effort not to wrinkle his nose in disgust. "Oh, Anne. She's lovely. A loving girl. We call her Brandy." "Brandy?" Near enough. "She likes strangers." "Sometimes." "Kind of gag, Will," snapped the barman suddenly and viciously, making Tom jump and the ginger man flinch. It seemed like a reprimand. "Oh, no need for grumpiness in front of a guest now, is there?" Will retorted. The room brightened and Tom glanced around. 2 more men came in, closing the door quietly. They stayed near the door, speaking in Welsh and occasionally glancing Tom's way. He felt like every eye was surreptitiously on him. When he turned to his drink again, the barman looked away, but for a fraction of a second it seemed as if he had been nodding at Tom, indicating something to the others in the bar. The fact that he looked momentarily guilty when Tom nearly caught him seemed to confirm that something was wrong. The atmosphere was pregnant with expectation. But for what? Tom stood up. Immediately there was a subtle but noticeable edging closer of the people sitting or standing near the door. A readiness. On the surface they seemed nonchalant, but Tom felt as if they were blocking his exit. Why?